David Sheff's Beautiful Boy, a heartbreaking memoir of a father's struggle with his son's addiction and the journey to recovery, is a deeply moving and brutally honest account of a family's battle with substance abuse. Written by a journalist and father, the memoir chronicles Sheff's experience as he watches his son Nick descend into methamphetamine addiction and the relentless cycle of hope, despair, relapse, and recovery that follows. It is both a personal story and a broader reflection on the devastating impact of addiction, offering readers a window into the emotional, psychological, and social toll it takes on families. The book begins with Sheff's central thesis: addiction is not simply a personal failing, but a disease that reshapes lives, relationships, and identities. He insists that understanding addiction requires compassion, patience, and resilience, not judgment. His narrative is infused with vulnerability and urgency, seeking to capture both the devastation of watching a child suffer and the determination to fight for his survival. A central theme of the memoir is the relentless cycle of addiction and recovery. Sheff explains how Nick's drug use began with experimentation and escalated into dependency, leading to repeated relapses despite periods of sobriety. He shows how addiction erodes trust, destabilizes families, and creates a constant tension between hope and despair. His reflections highlight the unpredictability of recovery, showing how progress can be fragile and setbacks devastating. The narrative is enriched with vivid portraits of family dynamics. Sheff describes his own anguish as a father, torn between love and frustration. He recounts the impact on Nick's siblings, who struggled with fear and resentment. He also portrays Nick himself with empathy, showing how addiction transformed a bright, talented young man into someone consumed by cravings and self-destruction. His storytelling blends personal testimony with broader reflections on the nature of addiction, ensuring that readers grasp both the intimate and societal dimensions of the struggle. Sheff also explores the broader context of addiction in America. He reflects on the failures of healthcare systems, the stigma surrounding substance abuse, and the lack of adequate support for families. His narrative shows how addiction is not only a personal tragedy but a public health crisis, demanding compassion and reform. Stylistically, Sheff writes with clarity and emotional depth. His prose is vivid, blending journalistic detail with personal vulnerability. He avoids sensationalism, focusing instead on honesty and empathy. His tone is heartbreaking yet hopeful, inviting readers to reflect on the meaning of love, resilience, and survival. The climax of the book lies in Sheff's portrayal of Nick's ongoing struggle. Despite relapses and setbacks, Nick eventually begins to find stability, though the journey remains uncertain. Sheff portrays this moment with sobering detail, affirming his central message, that recovery is possible, but it requires patience, support, and love. In resolution, Beautiful Boy affirms Sheff's reputation as a courageous and compassionate storyteller. His book is both a memoir and a meditation, offering readers a framework for understanding addiction and supporting recovery. For readers, the book is both heartbreaking and inspiring. It challenges assumptions about addiction, provides insight into the resilience of families, and offers hope for those seeking to understand or support loved ones in recovery. Whether you are drawn to memoirs, psychology, or human resilience, Sheff's work is essential reading.